The colors for the season's football game are presented by members of the Anderson County High School Navy Junior ROTC Maverick Color Guard. The unit was formed in August of 2001 and is composed of 138 cadets. The Color Guard members receiving are Cadet Ensign A.D. Sexton from Andersonville, Cadet Petty Officer First Class Nicholas Doherty from Andersonville, Cadet Petty Officer First Class Blake Harris from Clinton, Cadet Petty Officer Third Class Samuel Ryder from Andersonville, Cadet Ensign Joshua Moles from Andersonville, Cadet Petty Officer Second Class Christina Ellis from High School. To honor America, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to live football action here on ACTV Sports. My name is Lee Fogarty. Alongside me, as always, Jared Fogarty on the color commentary, and we're bringing you live football action tonight as the Anderson County Mavericks play host to the Jefferson County Patriots. Jared, Anderson County comes in on the year 4-1. Their one blemish on the year is at Powell. They had a lead going into the fourth quarter. Warren was not able to hold that on, but Anderson County's on quite a roll the past couple of games as they have beaten a couple of quality opponents pretty handily.
Yeah, I will say, you know, they came into the season expecting a little bit of a rebuild this year, but they've really been able to really take the talent that they've had, adding in some freshmen and getting a lot of good playing time with their freshmen from Anderson County, and have come up with a great record so far this year. As you can see, they call this the greatest show on turf. It's play on the St. Louis Rams, but
right now it sounds like it's a play on The Undertaker.
That's right. That's right.
As a big WWE fan, I'm excited about hearing the music. When I hear those gongs, man, I get chills, and that's exactly what they're going for.
I mean, since the Knoxville mayor is Kane, don't you think they should play his intro music?
We're not in Knoxville.
I know that, but it's closer to us than wherever Undertaker's from.
As we see the fireworks and the smoke and everything that goes along with live football here at Anderson County, Jared, it's going to be an exciting game. The Jefferson County Patriots, wow, that's loud. As the Jefferson County Patriots come in tonight with a record of 3-2. They won their first 3 games of the season against Sevier County, Morristown East and West, but have fallen in the past 2 weeks to Knox West and Science Hill. So, Jared, it should be another tough football game and an exciting football game here tonight.
Yes, this Jefferson County program is a very good football team. They went up to a perennial powerhouse in Science Hill and had a tough game there. But, you know, I think it'll be a good matchup tonight. I think it'll be a good football game. But Anderson County has proven, even though with their youth, that they came into this season ready to go, and it's not really been quite the rebuild that they thought it would after losing so many seniors last year. So it's great to be back with you guys after a couple weeks off and we're glad to be back here in Anderson County calling some football.
Absolutely. As we see looks like the North Senators, or is that NAGAF? One of the two come out with the football team. It's always fun for those kids to get to come out and play with and run out on the field with the big boys.
I believe that's the Senators. I think they won their game Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken.
And I think they're playing for a championship.
For a championship coming up here in a couple weeks. So Clinton Middle also played. They had a great season. They played Robertsville the other night. Came up a little short, so they won't be moving on to their championship round, but a great year by both middle school programs.
Absolutely. As we see the captains for the Mavericks come out there, looks like number 53 there, Stooksbury. He's on crutches. His season is done as a senior. I believe it was a knee ACL, if I'm not mistaken, so it's tough to see him, but it's good to see him still part of the program and still going out to midfield as one of the captains. He has definitely earned it as being a senior. As
a senior, after 4 years in a program like this, you take pride in it, and whether you're on the field every play or not, you take pride in something that you've worked every afternoon and all summer long, and you just pour into it, and so you still want to be part of the team, and it's a tough break for him as a senior to have a knee injury like that, but it's good to see him out there showing some leadership.
The other starting lineups for the other captains for Anderson County for tonight's game. It looks like down there it's going to be number 52, Jacob McCall, also number 65, Gage Terry, as well as number 6, Austin Elliott. So it's a great opportunity for these guys. And Jared, as we get ready for more live football action, once again, we are, just to kind of reset, my name is Lee Fogarty. This is my brother Jared on the color commentary, and we're here on ACTV Sports. Thank you all so much for watching. While we really enjoy bringing you these games, whenever we get to do them. It's been a couple weeks since we've been here. And once again, Anderson County comes in on the season 4-1. Their one blemish was to Powell. And
on the road
to Powell, and again, a really tough game, and they were in it all the way till the end. They just couldn't learn how to finish it off, and I think they've corrected some of those issues they had at Powell as they continue to go through the season.
Yeah, I've really been surprised by the productivity that the offense has been able to produce so far this year. You got a quarterback. This is his first year starting. After following, if you will, a legend. He's not a legend yet, but he will be.
Exactly.
In Maverick history. But, he's grown up a lot. He made some throws earlier in the season that maybe you wouldn't see him make now. But Stone has really come along and really shown leadership and made this team kind of his own. Here in this 2019 season.
Absolutely. As we are waiting for Jefferson County to enter the stadium, we're going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups for both teams. Jared, if you will start out with the home offense starting lineup for me, and then I will tell you Jefferson County starter. So go ahead.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the quarterback tonight is Stone Hatmaker. He's number 11. Your wideout positions: Bryson Vowell, number 14; Stone Cummings, number 30. Cummins, number 30. Cam Thomas, number 10. At running back, you have T.J. Holmes. Another wide receiver is Austin Elliott. On your offensive line at center, which, is near and dear to my heart.
That's where you always start.
You have Gage Terry. Your guards are Russ Lindsay and Matt Murphy. And your tackles are Jacob McCall and Thomas Payne. With Stooksbury going down, McCall has really had to step up and take over that role.
Absolutely. And then real quick for the Jefferson County starters, at quarterback you do have number 3, Tanner Atkins. And then their specialty players, their skill position set, you do have the wide receiver number 2, Austin Leidick, number 10, Isaac Sawyer, and also at wide receiver number 5, Mason Ledford. At their H position, or it's going to be their tight end position, number 88, Devin Jackson, and running back number 7, Aiden Houston. And real quick, Jared, we also have some season statistics so far for the Mavericks. So far this year, Anderson County in their 5 games is outscoring their opponents 191-84. They are, for their passing yardage, They throw the ball a lot, and they've got over 1,100 yards passing already on the season, 1,124. The opponents, 535 yards. So their defense has been as stingy as their offense has been, as good as they've been. Total offense, Anderson County has the edge on the season, 1881 to 1473. And you were talking about Stone. So just a couple of little things here about Stone. In the 5 games that he's played, he has 64 of 100. And if you can do math, that's right at
64%.
Yeah, I think you
Let
can
me
even
take
do
my
that one.
shoes off real quick and figure that one
He's
out.
already thrown for over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, and he's his longest pass of the year is 74 yards. Receiving, Austin Elliott leads the team. No surprise there with 20 catches, 369 yards, and 2 touches. Bryson Vowell leads the team in touchdowns. He's got 6 receptions and 4 touchdowns, so you kind of like that average. As far as running the ball goes, T.J. Holmes, he's been a workhorse for them this season. He's got 381 yards, but I think we saw half that yardage just in the South Doyle game. He had an incredible game there.
But he's also had to split time with some other guys that have gotten some carries on the year. You know, Stone carries the ball a little bit. Miller carries the ball a little bit. You even see Gavin Noe. I think he's a freshman or a sophomore. You've seen him get some carries. So.
Absolutely. And then we can fill in some more of those as we go through. Now, real quick, the defensive starters, because it looks like Anderson County is going to start out on defense. Jared, run down the starting lineup for me real quick for Anderson County on defense.
Yeah, anchoring the nose tackle position is Waylon Harris, number 67. Defensive ends and linebacker, it's kind of a hybrid position there. Russ Lindsay, and then Mac Oglesby will be the other defensive end. Outside linebacker, Tanner Goins. Inside linebacker, Stone Cummins. Inside linebacker, Gavin Noe. And outside linebacker, Bull Shipley. Man, I love that name.
We got to be careful on that one.
Corner is Grayson Terry. And the other corner is Josh Miller. And Thor Williams is the free safety. And Brandon Seidner is your strong safety.
And along the starting lineup.
And he's also the kicker, right?
Yes, Bethel is the kicker.
Oh, okay.
And as we get to live football action, Bethel sends the ball deep. It breaks the plane of the end zone, and that is going to be an automatic touchback here in high school football. And then the starting lineups for Jefferson County on defense. Their defensive ends, number 22, Reed Manley, and number 31, Zach Allison. Their tackles, Garrett Wynn and Alexa Mojica.
They just had a dog go get the tee.
Wow. That is fantastic.
They have a dog trained to go get the tee. That's new. We hadn't seen that so far.
That's awesome.
So far, he's the early leader for MVP.
We're going to have to go with the dog, definitely. And then linebackers, Aiden Houston, Andrew Manning, and Logan Brewer. Safety, Stephen McReynolds, Gage Bolin. Corners, Isaac Sawyer and Brady McCoy. So here comes Jefferson County. They hand off the ball on the first play, and number 7, Aiden Houston with a run there, and he picks up looks like about 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Jefferson County Patriots. Jared, Anderson County has been on a nice little run here the past couple of games. Now, they started off and they beat that rivalry in Clinton that we did. They lost game number 2 at Powell, but then they beat Hickson and South Doyle as well as, I believe, Howard last week. So they're on a 3-game winning streak as Anderson County's defense just stops the run on that attempt. Great defensive play, good penetration there by the Mavericks.
You know, one of the things that I've been pleased with by this defensive front is their ability to stop the run between the tackles. You know, there have been times that teams been able to bounce the ball to the outside, but they've done really well so far this year between the tackles.
So here come the Patriots. They got 2 wide split to the bottom side of your screen. And play action, quarterback's rolling out. He's got that's a big pass for the Patriots, down to number 11. That is going to be, I don't have him on my starting lineup, but that's going to be number 11, Cade Parker, 6'2", sophomore, good-looking player there.
So we're trying to get it shared on our Facebook. If you follow us on Facebook and you won't be able to stay tuned on Channel 95 or on Comcast or 99 on Uverse, you can tune into us on Facebook.
And another
stop right
there.
up the middle.
And Jared, I have been just informed by a listener or somebody watching the game that there may be a bus driver here that we may know by the name of Ronnie Denton. He may have actually driven the bus for Jefferson County up here.
Whoa, that's some fam. I'm going to have to find him.
If he's here, we'll have to see if we can find him at halftime. So the Patriots, 2nd down and 12, takes a snap, handoff deep, and here comes Aiden to the outside. Jared, that's what you were talking about. He tries to plant his foot and make a cut. He's not able to, and he slips down on the turf. About a 5-yard gain. It is going to be 3rd down and about 8 for the Patriots.
Uncle Ronnie is either wearing overalls or khaki pants with a polo.
It should be overalls with a polo underneath.
That's about the only 2 things he has in his wardrobe. But he is a great guy, and we love him.
So, looks like they're going with 4 wide receivers set this time. The cornerback down here on the bottom is on an island. There is a flag on the play.
False start,
It's going to be a false start or an illegal substitution or shift on the Patriots. It is going to be a false start on the Patriots. That's going to back them up 5 yards. It makes it 3rd down and about 13. And I'd also like to give a shout out to my wife, Abby, and my daughters, Emma and Lena, who are watching the game. Hi, girls. Abby sent me a picture.
I don't know if my girls are watching.
Oh, here they come. Oh, nice blitz. But and he is stopped in the back. Oh, he gets up. But he may get back to that line of scrimmage, Jared. But that was a nice-looking play to come up and make a stop back there in the backfield. Really stopped his entire momentum. And he was able to get some help to finish the tackle.
It'll force Jefferson County to punt. One thing I will make mention of, though, is the changes that they made on defense there. It looks like they brought in a much more athletic defensive front to really go after the quarterback on 3rd and long. So Elliott, I believe, is deep for the Mavericks.
He's been their normal punt returner this year. And punting for the Patriots is number 21, Zach Blias, B-L-A-I-S. And the ball takes a Patriot roll inside the 25-yard line down to right around the 25.5. So that's where Anderson County will take over on 1st down for their first possession of the game.
So, Lee, did you get to go over the Jefferson County defensive starters?
I did. I made it all the way through them. So let's see who comes up, see what Anderson County comes out doing tonight, see if they try to establish the run early or if they're going to try to go deep. Once again, we've got our great cable cam shot, as you see right now. Big shout out to our operators there from Marcus and Henry, and they do a great job up there.
So I see Seidner, he was at the bottom of the screen here.
Hatmaker hands it off, cuts up the field. Nice looking run there, Jared. He picks up about 6 yards, maybe about 5 yards. No, it's about 6 yards, and that's going to be 2nd down and 4 or 5 for the Mavericks.
Yeah, Holmes is picking up where he leaves off every game. He's just a workhorse. He's not the shiftiest back, but he runs really hard, and he's hard to take down.
One thing I like about him is he makes one move and he hits that hole. He doesn't hesitate, and he gets what he can get, and if he can bowl some guys over, that's just a plus, and he picks up a few extra.
Yeah, he seems to have some great vision.
And patience. He waits for that hole to open up. Back, handoff to Holmes again. Jared, he picks up another 6 or 7 yards, and that's going to be a 1st down Mavericks. Nice looking run there by Holmes.
Yeah, why stop what's working? I mean, I'll see them continuing to give him the ball until they put enough men in the box to stop it.
And here comes Hatmaker rolling out. He's got a pass down deep. Comes back and he makes the catch. Number 10 for the Mavericks comes back to that pass. Cam Thomas looked like it may have been a little underthrown, but he comes back and makes that catch, Jared. Excellent catch by Cam Thomas and a big explosive play, one of those chunk plays by the Mavericks.
Yeah, for a moment there you thought it was going to be intercepted, but Cam Thomas made a good play on the ball and able to come back and make a great catch.
Hatmaker in the shotgun formation once again. You got 3 wideouts to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Hatmaker takes the snap. He's looking down the field. A little out route to Austin Elliott, and it is going to be caught, and it's going to be short of a first down, but a nice 8 or 9 yard pickup there by the Mavericks. Looks like he's going to be down to about the 21-yard line. He really needs to get to the 20 for the first down, so just 1 more yard. Hatmaker's rolling the other direction. He's got Cam Thomas. He throws it deep, just out of the reach of Thomas. Incomplete, but I like how they went to the other side that time.
You know, I also like the fact that it was an incomplete pass. I don't like that, but I like the fact that he threw it to where only his receiver could get to it. I didn't think
the
really
defensive player did not
anybody
have
else had a chance at it, and to see him go to the end zone was good.
So it looks like Holmes is out right now. In for the Mavericks at running back is going to be number 2. And this is a handoff, and he picks up the first down. He needed 1. He picks up about 3 yards.
Godwin Miller on the carry.
And that's Joshua Godwin Miller. So good run there by Josh.
First and 10, Anderson County.
So 1st and 10 Mavericks from about the 18.5-yard line. Still in that shotgun formation. Jefferson playing with 1 safety, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. And a handoff once again to Miller.
Oh, he's got it open.
Cuts back. Cut back. And he gets taken down inside the 10, down to about looks like about the 13-yard line. And Jared, it's going to be 2nd down. Actually, they're going to give him, sorry, I'm at the 8-yard line. And see if they mark it as a first down. Referees may call a timeout for a measurement here. And they are. They're going to bring the sticks over for a measurement to see if they have the first down. Great looking run there by Miller, Godwin Miller. So, Jared, this Anderson County drive has gone just how the coaches wanted it to. They got some running established earlier. They hit their big pass. They're able to pick up another first down, and they're really doing what they want to on the offensive line right now.
Yeah, they've marched right down the field about 70 yards or so, and they're really making things happen here on offense. I'm trying to see if it's a first down.
I didn't see the signal for a first down. Oh, and the dial-a-down just changed.
Okay, so it is a first down. I didn't see him make a call there.
1st and goal for the Mavericks from about the 8-yard line. .551 left to go here in the first quarter. Clock will start on the referee's whistle. And there we go.
Holmes is back in the game.
So let's see what the Mavericks dial up on offense here. Takes the snap. Holmes on the inside. He's got a lane. Touchdown Mavericks.
How many touchdowns does that make for Holmes on the year, Lee?
That gives Holmes, I believe, 8 touchdowns on the year. And just adds to all those, rushing yards and everything as we have the fireworks going off here for the touchdown at Anderson County. Jared, a great opening drive for the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, normally your first series is normally scripted. I mean, I don't know how Coach Gillum does it. I know that, a lot of times our first series was scripted. They had, a group of, 8 or 10 plays that they wanted to see run and see what their defense would do and that kind of things to see what kind of defense they would run against those certain plays and that kind of thing. So that kick was good. So Anderson County extends the lead to 7. 5:31 to go here in the first quarter.
And, Jared, that's exactly right. I mean, you draw up those first plays. You try to find something that you're comfortable with. Try to find something not only to kind of see what type of defense the other team's going to be running, but also to try to give your offensive players some momentum. And that's exactly what the Mavericks did as they marched right down the field for a 75-yard touchdown drive to open up the game. And that's what the Mavericks want to do tonight in order to get this W and extend that season record to 5-1.
And we welcome the Jefferson County Band, their cheerleaders, and their fans. Thank you for making the trip to Anderson County.
Sounds like the PA announcer's back. He was doing a dress rehearsal for a wedding tomorrow. So far tonight, we've had 3 PA announcers.
So here come the Mavericks to kick the ball off. Bethel's been putting everyone pretty much in the end zone. And
Don't
there's
expect
another
anything
one.
else, yeah. It's a
And
great
that's gonna go
weapon to have in high school football, to be able to put your defense out there every time.
So, yep, and there goes the dog once again getting the tee.
I mean, that's like the greatest thing. Like, I've never seen that in high school.
It's fantastic. Every year, Anderson County adds something new to their on-field experience.
You know, the SRO Al, the canine dog, the school's canine dog, retired at the end of last year and stuff. You know, he's still agile enough. Maybe he could get in on the retrieving game.
And steps up in the pocket. He's got a guy deep. He's got him beat.
Intercepted.
That was a good defensive play by Anderson County. Godwin Miller caught up to the wide receiver, got in front of him, and made a great play on the ball.
I really thought it was
going to be pulling his back a little bit.
Yeah, I really thought it was going to be intercepted there, but the Jefferson County wide receiver, you know, was able to smack it away. He's over the back a little bit. I don't know, probably a good no call, but
it was. I think that there was some hand fighting the whole way down from both players. I like it when they actually let the players play, and they don't throw a flag, you know, every play. There's a cow. So here come Jefferson County handing the ball off to Aiden Houston. And he may have, oh, there's a flag on the play. That's going to be a personal foul on somebody. It was way after the play was over. Let's see what they call. Anderson County's backing up.
$3 says he is giving him the business. Personal foul for giving him the business.
I don't know if he was giving him the business or just running his mouth. I have my own thought on that, but you got to be careful on those. You don't want to get personal fouls and really could get into some trouble. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Jefferson County Patriots from around the Anderson County 36-yard line. Quarterback in the shotgun formation, Atkins. Atkins takes the snap, and he is going to be sacked for a loss. First person to get there is going to be number 54 for the Mavericks. 54 for the Mavericks, Russ Lindsay. And he was assisted by another linebacker coming in there. I'm not sure who it was.
It was probably No or Stone Cummins.
I couldn't see the number. It happened pretty quick. Can you see who it was?
54 and 12.
Tanner Goins. So Adkins rolling out of the pocket, and he gets hit, and that's an incomplete pass, and that's going to be a big lick laid on him by number 30, Stone Cummins, as he came through untouched and just leveled the quarterback. He's got to watch his head a little bit, I'm afraid, yeah.
Face mask up. Tackle with your face mask up.
So here come the Patriots, 3rd down and about 14 to 15. Again, you got 2 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen, to the top. Let's see what they draw up here. Snap, and here he comes, and he's flushed out of the pocket again. Lindsey catches, no! Lindsey slows him down, but he's going to be sacked once again. Looks like No got to him as well as Cummins. But Lindsey really slowed him down, and then the linebackers finished him off.
Yeah, that play was broken to begin with as Russ was able to get some pressure on him early. He flushed him out of the pocket, and Cummins and No really were able to clean things up.
So the second punt, Anderson County has not allowed any first quarter points so far this season. And so far, they're keeping that trend going. Elliott with a fair catch, and he will catch it right around the 43-yard line, and that's where Anderson County will take over on their second possession. So Jared, Anderson County has really shut out everyone really through the first 3 quarters, and a lot of times it's garbage time or that that Powell game where teams have scored in the fourth quarter.
That's really a good stat for them to have no points scored on them in the first quarter. It means that that they're figuring things out early.
And they're coming out ready to play.
Yep.
A nice little, tunnel pass, and he's broken.
He's gone.
He's in the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Mavericks. Big catch and run there by Anderson County, number 14, Bryson Vowell. Jared, that's his 7th catch of the year and 5th touchdown.
I'll tell you what, Bryson really showed some wheels there. As once he got past the gunk and the garbage, if you will, he was gone. There was nobody touching him.
Jared, he flew down the field. That was very impressive there. Nice draw up, and Anderson County just puts another score on the board as we see the lights flickering again. I think this one's intentional, though.
Heard multiple rumors.
Are they groomers?
No, they're I don't know what you would call them. Bend down rumors.
And that kick is good, and Anderson County extends their first quarter lead 14-0.
There's a scrummage. There's a scrummage on the.
And they're still going at it.
There'll be some ejections here.
I'm not sure what's going to happen. Both coaches are coming out there. Jared, there's probably going to be a few players leaving the game right here, unfortunately.
Yeah, there'll be some ejections here, unfortunately.
I just hope it's not TJ. It looks like that's who Gillum's talking to on the way out here, TJ Holmes.
Coach Gillum's gathering his team up here for a little chat.
Probably telling them to get their minds right and get their stuff together. Jared, you got a 14-point lead. The other team's going to talk. They're going to do stuff. You got to let it go.
It's still early.
I know, but you got to let it go. You can't retaliate. You can't do anything. Again, I don't know exactly what's going to be called here. As they keep talking about it, we're going to see what is called. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope there's no player ejections. But when something like that breaks out,
yeah, I'd be real surprised if there's not at least one from each side.
So while we have a little bit of a break as we're waiting for what the referees say, we do want to remind you to be sure to stay tuned to our halftime show. Halftime, as always, this entire season is being underwritten by Meadowview Senior Living, Acuff Lane, Clinton, Tennessee, Meadowview Senior Living. So we really appreciate them for underwriting our halftime performances.
And they will be brought to you in their entirety.
Yes, sir. All right, see what the referee has to say. After the play was over.
Number 67.
Personal foul, Jefferson County.
53 and 67. So 53 it looks like for Jefferson County. My mouth reading is good.
Yeah, I think it may have been 57, Matt Murphy, that has been ejected. I don't see a 67 that plays. I have a feeling it was 57.
No, that's just the starters. I mean, they're going to send some other guys in for the field goal, I would guess. So we'll see.
Maybe Waylon Harris. It may be.
Harris is on the defensive front. He's the starting nose guard.
And let's see who it is down there. There's 50. There's the, and that is 67, Harris.
We apologize for the sound problems. We are trying to address it.
So Harris takes an early exit, heads to the showers. I hate to see that. So here come Anderson County on the kick. So they were offsetting penalties. So there is no penalty on the kickoff or anything like that. But we've got to be careful and watch to make sure nothing else happens. Hopefully coach's conversation with the kids will really get everything, get their heads straight.
Lee, is that popcorn I smell?
It is.
We're like half a mile from the
Sometimes they bring
concession
some up to
stand.
the press box. I didn't know maybe they had it in there.
You know who likes popcorn?
A lot of people.
My little girl. She loves popcorn.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
So here come the Mavericks on the kickoff.
So did we ever confirm who it was on Jeffco?
I'm not
I think
sure.
it was 53.
I heard 53, which would be offensive lineman, which would make St. Garrett win. So we'll have to see what happens there. So here comes the kickoff. Bounces.
It's returnable. He dropped it.
It's going to be a nice chance to pin Jeffco back deep, and he falls. And Jared, he hits right around the 15 or 16-yard line. I think they're going to mark him maybe at the 17, and that's going to be first down, Patriots.
You know, Lee, we've scored 2 touchdowns already this game, and I think this dog that's retrieving
Is getting the biggest applause.
I think he's getting the biggest ovation.
So here we go. It's 14-0 Mavericks. 3:17 left to go here in the first quarter. Patriots getting ready to start their third possession of the game. So far, they've had 2 punts to show for it. So here comes Adkins in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap. He's looking around trying to find somebody. Tries to find a short receiver. Passes incomplete. Defense there by Godwin Miller comes up, and so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Patriots.
So, Lee, I want to mention something real quick about the dedication of some of these parents. I see a couple of names on this list of people watching our broadcast on Facebook right now that are sitting right below us in the stands watching the game. And I think
maybe I'll say hi to them.
I think they're checking. I think they're checking their phones to see what's going on if we know anything.
And that's going to be a running play, and he's going to get maybe a yard or 2. He's still short of the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and long for the Patriots.
So believe it or not, we're actually still in the first quarter. It feels like it's been a little long. We've had a slowdown because of the penalties in the last 10 minutes, but we're in the first, towards the end of the first quarter. Anderson County leads 14-0. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for taking your Friday night to be with us tonight. We're here from the Anderson County Corral.
Screen pass over the head of the intended receiver, and that's going to be 4th and long now for the Patriots, and they're going to come out for their 4th punt of the night.
Yeah, Jeffco really hadn't been able to get anything going on offense so far tonight.
I believe the only first down they've picked up was on after a penalty by the Mavericks.
No, I think they picked up one other first down in the first series that they had.
Okay.
It was a passing play to the bottom of the screen.
You're right.
Here.
You're right. They did have one other first down. So 2 first downs, 1 because of a penalty by the Mavericks.
Ooh.
Punt is away.
Oh, I thought he was going to block that.
Fair catch called for just outside the 45-yard line. Mavericks are going to take over on the 47. Jared, again, another short field for the home team.
Yeah, the offense is going to have to buy the defense dinner or something.
And may I say something?
Such short field.
This breeze that's coming through this window is fantastic.
You, Jesus.
So we've thanked everybody else. I'd like to thank God for the wonderful weather tonight. We've got some rain over towards Oak Ridge, but it doesn't look like it's coming our way. I think we had a couple drizzles earlier.
Give a shout out to my dad. I know he's watching because he's making text message references to what we've been talking about.
Cam Thomas on the handoff. He tries to cut up, makes the first guy miss. Jared, he may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, but not much there for Cam.
Yeah, I just want to say my dad texted me a few minutes ago. He said the canine Al, retired canine Al, had surgery on his hind leg. He is doing well. He's been a staple in the Anderson County school system family for quite a few years now. The kids really loved Al, but he's enjoying his retirement. And
I'm glad to see the successful surgery. That's always a good thing. So the Anderson County gets ready. Hatmaker takes the snap. He's looking down the field. He's got somebody deep.
He's open.
He's
open. Oh, good defensive play
Defense tipped it right at the last. Man, that was a good defensive play.
Yeah, number 14 for Jeffco. Their safety, I believe,
yeah,
came
number
across.
14, Stephen McReynolds came over and made a heck of a play on that ball.
Yeah, it was a great thrown ball. If Reynolds' big paw hadn't been there, it would have probably gone for 6. Or at least a big gain.
Whistles, not sure what's going on. Oh, they spotted the ball about a yard short. So here come the Mavericks. 5 wide receiver set. Hatmaker in the shotgun formation. He's getting the call from the sidelines. Patriots look like they're going to bring a linebacker on a blitz. It looks like the Patriots may be short one defensive player on that top side if number 25 doesn't go out and cover the slot receiver. Here they come. Hatmaker steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be sacked. Number 5 for the Patriots gets there first, but then number 53 for the Patriots, that's Garrett Wynn, finishes him off with the sack.
So it looks like Jeffco gambled a little bit, sending one of their defensive backs.
And now Anderson County is going to have to punt for the first time on the night.
No, I'm sorry. It was a linebacker. Excuse me.
So here's the punt. Snap is there. Punt is away. High punt. Little wobbly. Bounces right around the 30-yard line. Takes a nice Anderson County bounce, still rolling, gets inside the 25-yard line, down to about the 23, and that's where Patriots will take over on downs. 44 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Anderson County 14, Patriots 0. So, Jared,
so far it's been all Anderson County tonight. They've really been able to move the ball at will up until that last possession.
And the defense for Anderson County has been
stifling.
Outstanding.
It's been great.
Because from what I'm looking at here, Jeffco has been able to put up some points this year. Put up 53 on Sevier County and then 27 and 28 on Morristown East and West. So they've been able to put some points on the board. Anderson County, though, so far tonight is pitching a shutout.
Yeah, Anderson County's Caleb Slover is the head coach at East.
Yes.
Morristown East. He was a quarterback here back in the day. Mid-90s. Right, Lee?
Not that long ago.
Or, like 20 years ago.
That's enough.
Old
pitch to the outside.
Old man.
Hayden Houston with the run. He's going to be stopped short of getting back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 for the Patriots. Once again, Anderson County's run defense has really stepped up, Jared. I mean, this year, Anderson County has given up some rushing yards, but they have done a great job so far tonight bottling up
This will
Jeffco.
Probably be the last play of the first quarter.
If they get the play off, there's only about 8 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Oh, that's a dead ball.
False start?
Yeah, you can't do that
Tackle.
if you're a wide receiver. No, I'd called it on the wide receiver.
Oh.
He leaned and leaned and leaned, and then his hand went all the way to the ground, and then he tried to stand back up.
And that's also going to stop the clock, so they're going to have to get a play off here in the first quarter. Well, that is the end of the first quarter. Your score, Anderson County 14, and just like everybody else that they've played this year, Jefferson County nothing, as Anderson County continues their streak of shutting out their opponents in the first quarter. We will be right back with more live football action here on ACTV Sports. And Jared, as we get ready to get back to live action, what's the biggest thing that you've seen out of the Mavericks so far tonight?
Defense, man. Defense. When your defense can just pretty much shut down that offense at will, that's a big advantage. And field position. That's been huge for the Mavericks so far on offense. You know, starting, 3 possessions from the 40 or better?
They had that one long drive, 75 yards, and then from then, I don't think they've started a drive inside the 40-yard line.
Maybe the 35?
Maybe. Not much, though.
Huge advantage
Second down and about 15 or 16 here for the Patriots. Anderson County lines up in their regular, more like a hybrid 3-4, 4-3 defense. See how many people actually put their hand on the ground. Looks like 4 this time. They bring a blitz from Lindsey. They've got a receiver down the field, and that's just out of his reach. Good defense there by 10 for the Mavericks. Looks like Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas has the speed and stayed right with him the entire way. Great defensive play there. So here comes 3rd and 16. Adkins drops back again. He's
running.
Trying to run for
He's running. He's got some space.
He picks up, gets out to about the 25-yard line.
That's going to be a 15-yarder.
And that's not what Anderson County needed to do when they were about to force a punt.
Yeah, that'll be a first down.
You got to pull up once you get close to those sidelines, Jared.
Yeah, he was giving himself the sideline. You had a defensive back coming up to make a play on him as well.
He was giving himself up, stepping out of bounds short. You got to let him go. It all gets back to player safety. You can't hit him out of bounds.
It's all speculation.
It's going to be dead ball, personal foul.
Not speculation anymore.
We've done this enough. We kind of know what's going to happen. It's not often that we're that wrong.
I'm glad you include me in that.
Hey, you're even right most of the time. Unless you disagree with me, and then you're not right. But, on most of the calls on the field.
We had to have some peer mediation before the call tonight by Ryan.
Jared, I just want you to know that I value your opinion, and you do a great job each and every week that we do these games.
I wake up every morning, I look at the mirror, and I say, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, people like you.
You're smart enough. Come on, if you're going to quote Saturday Night Live, do it correctly. All right, drives back in the pocket. He's throwing it deep. He's got a wide receiver this time.
He's got an open receiver.
And he's going to be – and
Thomas again breaking it up.
No flag. I was looking. I thought Thomas may have gotten there right as the ball did or maybe a hair early, but he stayed right with him. Good defensive play there by Cam.
Yeah, this quarterback for the Jefferson County has given his receivers time to get down the field.
There is a penalty flag down here around the 50.
He's giving his receivers time to get down the field, but I think he's throwing it a tad too late because they're
tad too late or a tad too high?
Well, tad too late.
Well, if he'd throw it earlier with a little bit less arc on it.
Yes, but the way he's throwing the football, the last 2 throws, I think he's throwing it a tad late. His receivers can't really adjust to that.
Uh-oh. And unsportsmanlike.
Against the Patriots.
What did Tom Brady do this time?
Deflated the football.
We got a laugh from our producers over there.
Deflategate 2.0.
So it's going to be second down and about 25 for the Pats. Again, huge shout out to all of our camera people and everyone involved with the production here at ACTV. And nice looking defense there again by the Mavericks. They're able to stretch the play out and get them down right around that line of scrimmage. They're still going to be right around the 30-yard line. May mark them at the 31. It's going to be third and extremely long for the Patriots.
Third and Norris.
Third and Meadowview.
I think it's a little past Meadowview. Yeah, but that's a good one.
They're our underwriter. And there's going to be another timeout called on the field. Let's see what happens here. So 3rd and 24 for the Patriots. Anderson County has got their regular defense in. Let's see if they draw up some sort of blitz or if they actually just drop 8 back. Number 2 for the Jefferson County has been the target of most of the long passes. That's going to be Austin Leach. Let's see if Patriots go his way again. And he is going to be sacked for the loss. Austin Elliott gets there first. Cleaned up then right there by number 26 for the Mavericks. Looks like Mason Field. And there's Mason cleaning it up. Nice looking play there by the Mavericks. So it's going to be 4th and 38 for the Patriots, and they're going to punt it from around
Union County,
inside the 10-yard line.
That's 4th and Union County. It's out where I live, right on the line. High snap.
And kick it's a low kick. Got to watch out. Don't let it hit you. Anderson County's going to get great field position right around the 50-yard line. Anderson County and they've had great field position starting, but this is going to be their best starting field position of the game. With 9:51 left to go here in the first half, Anderson County takes over. They lead 14-0.
So you have one receiver to the bottom of your screen, 2 to the top. You've got an H-back and a running back. Cummins is in there at that tight end hybrid position.
The H-back, yeah. Half fullback, half tight end. Hands off to TJ Holmes right up the middle. Jed, he picks up about 9.5 yards. He's going to be about a half yard short of a first down. Great looking run there by Holmes.
Yeah, his effort, his motor is just, second to none. He just really runs hard. I like that.
And he picks up the first down plus a couple extra. So it is going to be a 1st and 10 Mavericks. So here comes Hatmaker once again in the shotgun formation. Hatmaker's hit some pretty good passes tonight, Jared. Let's see if they take an end zone shot here. I see Cam Thomas, Austin Elliott out there. They've got some the good the top wide receiver group. See what they do here. Thomas comes in motion. Handoff inside to Godwin Miller. He is going to be bottled up and slung down. Jared, he may have picked up a half yard, but not much to show for it there for the Mavericks.
Well, yeah, I think this is the perfect time for them to take a shot downfield.
Well, I thought it would have been on first down. I'm not sure about 2nd and 10.
That's why it would be a perfect time. I think they're going to go to the bottom of the screen here to 17.
I look for something shorter, a slant route or something.
Sider down the sidelines. Watch it.
Okay.
calling a shot.
And you got it. You were right, Jared, and he's got him.
Boom! Offensive coordinator right here, baby.
Good call there, Jared, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 Mavericks inside the 10. Jared, I like your style. I like how you called that one. Now, let's see here. I want to see what wide receivers are going in because I want to see if I can make a guess on this one.
They'll run it on first down.
I think so, too. I was looking to see if Vowell is in there because all he does is
If they don't, they're
going to
throw it to Thomas at the top of the screen.
Well, I think they're going to run it right here.
That's a
with
long
Holmes.
pass for any quarterback. But
I think you're right. I think it's going to go to Holmes. And if you see Vowell, number 7, come in, I think it's going to go to him.
Well, the reason why is look at where the positioning of that H-back is. He's going to be like a fullback. Yep.
And look at him push through.
Can he get in? Can he get in?
Touchdown. Holmes. What a run, Jared. He had 2 Patriots at about the 4-yard line, tried to bottle him up, and he kept it.
You know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
That play, Herschel Walker.
Oh, yeah.
Running over that Tennessee guy, Bill Bates, yeah.
Well, they had 2 of them, and he just put his head down, Jared, and didn't stop turning those legs, and he gets into the end zone. Fantastic run there.
8:03 to go here in the second quarter. Your Anderson County Mavericks lead 20-0, pending the extra point.
TJ Homey got it into the end zone right there.
So what is that? Touchdown number 9 on the year for him?
It is. And that kick is up and good. Jared, 8:03 left to go. 21-0 Mavericks. This is exactly what we kind of wanted to see from the Mavericks. They come out, and Jared, their defense has been stifling. They had one bad offensive possession where they ended up punting. But other than that, Jared, they just moved the ball at will.
Well, and they had great field position again. You know, that defense has really been holding their own out there tonight. So, you know, Anderson County started that possession from the 50-yard line. Here at the Corral. You know, the upgrades that they've made here at this stadium over the last couple of years have been amazing. You know, they started the process to get the turf maybe 5 years ago or so. They did that. They've added the play clocks. They've added the new LED lights. They do the fireworks. They've done those for years.
The corral that they actually come out.
Yeah, they built the corral and smoke and – you know, it's a great atmosphere for high school football, and it's awesome to see a community come together and put something like this together.
And the best addition this year, cable cam.
Well, yeah, that's ACTV edition.
But we got it both at Anderson County and Clinton, Jared, and it's just so much fun to see those shots that Henry and Marcus are able to pull off. And
you know, we'll be bringing another game. We have one more game on our schedule as at this point. We'll be bringing you the Clinton game coming up on November the 1st. So be sure you put that on your calendar to tune in and watch us.
Bethel with the kick. It's going to stay out of the end zone. Brings it out, and he's got a nice little lane there, and he's coming through, Jared. He gets out to the 30. He's going to be taken down, looks like by number 15 for the Mavericks. Brings him down, Garrison Terry. And Terry gets him down for the tackle.
It's Grayson Terry.
Grayson? Mm-hmm. Let me see how it's spelled. It's Garri, according to the roster given to us by Anderson County. So if it is Grayson, I apologize, but I'm just going off what was written on the roster.
Did you do your phonics on each one of those?
I did. Sibilants. By the way, I'm just the best there is.
The best there was? Best there ever will be.
Oh, a little bit of hustle, loyalty, and respect put on that one by the Maverick defense.
Hey Lee, have you heard that song? What's that song? What's that new song? Dear Lord, it's hard to be humble.
That's not a new song.
Perfect in every way.
That is not a new song. So, nice. I'm going to see how many wrestling references I can throw in now.
Okay.
So, I just dropped John Cena. I don't know if you picked up on that one.
Well, the Maverick defense is going to try to lay the smack down. And he gets away. I thought he was going to.
He spins out. Don't hit him late. Don't hit him late. All right.
25 for the Mavericks that came up with that tackle. Forced him out of bounds.
It's going to be 3rd down and manageable for the Patriots this time.
That was
They're going to have it right at the 39-yard line. They need to get up to about the 44, so they need about 5 more yards.
Well, if I can gauge correctly, they will throw the football here to number 2 at the bottom of the screen. He's going to try to do a fade post.
Nope.
Oh, they ran it.
And see where they mark him. He got turned around a little bit there.
He got turned sideways and hit a brick wall and just fell down.
And it does look like it's going to be a 1st down Patriots. Are they going to call it?
I think they're going to bring the sticks out there. No, they gave him the first.
1st down Patriots.
Let's see if Anderson County can draw up a blitz here. I would not be surprised to see them send Lindsay or somebody.
And they bottle him up. And they lay the smack down on the quarterback. Drop him at the 40-yard line, Jared. Nice looking play there by the Mavericks. And here they come. They throw it out to the outside. And that defense, woo!
Nature boy.
What a tackle there by Cam Thomas, who comes up and stops that. It looks like it's going to be 3rd down and 18 for the Patriots.
We got the nature boy here tonight. You know, I noticed a lot of the former players from last year are here tonight.
Must be off week for some of those colleges. It rolls to the outside, throws it deep across there, down the middle, but it's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be 4th down and long for the Patriots, so they're going to come in and get ready for this punt.
Saw Trey No down there. Who else do we see down there?
Gallagher?
Yep, Marquise. Couple guys from last year down here. Good to see them back and supporting their team.
So punt is away. It's a high wobbler. Anderson County tries to get out of the way. And it rolls inside the 35-yard line, and that's where Anderson County will take over for 1st down here with 5:19 left to go here in the 1st half. So here come the Mavericks.
As soon as they get their play called in.
They get the call from the sidelines. Hatmaker in the shotgun formation takes the snap, throws back across to Elliott.
Oh, he's upfield.
Elliott makes a guy miss. He's got one safety to beat, puts his foot in the ground, and he's going to be bottled up and taken down at around the 40. Jared, if he could have gotten around number 1 right there, he was housed.
Yeah.
There's a flag on the play.
Illegal receiver downfield.
See if he pats the top of his head. Holding.
Nope, holding. I felt like that pass took a little longer than normal to develop. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty.
Hatmaker in the shotgun formation, 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jeffco showing the blitz. Let's see if they actually come with it. And they do. They bring the linebacker. And he tries to throw it over to Godwin Miller. It goes over his head, incomplete.
Yeah, Hatmakers was rushed to there a little bit and didn't really have a good throwing lane.
Trying to get it, set that screen up, it looked like, and he just wasn't able to be successful. So 2nd down and 20. See what they can draw up here. Godwin Miller in. There's going to be a timeout by the Mavericks. 5 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the first half. Timeout by the Mavericks. Your score, Anderson County 21, Patriots of Jefferson County 0. Everybody's busting a little bit of move now tonight, Jared, with a jump around going on. Ready? Jump, 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 jump. And here we go, shotgun formation for the Mavericks. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Hatmaker drops back, goes on a wheel route for Godwin Miller, and he's got it, and he catches it.
That's a flag.
And that's going to be a helmet-to-helmet hit.
Yeah, they're going to add 15 more yards to that.
I don't know if they have targeting in high school football.
They
but
do
if they
not.
did,
He's clapping back at him. They could add 15 more onto this if he don't settle down.
and it's going to be a personal foul against number 1 for the Patriots.
15 more yards added to the end of the run.
That's going to be Gage Bolin. And Jared, the way he's gesturing and everything else, man, it looks like there might be something else. I hope everybody's able to keep their cool down there. Hatmaker getting the call from the sideline once again. Holmes moves to the other side.
Holmes up the middle.
He's able to churn forward, and he's cut down, but he does pick up about 4 yards there. It's going to be second down and about 6 or 7 for the Mavericks. Depends on where they mark it. Seven. Yep. Godwin Miller with it, and he tries to cut to the outside.
Oh, he finds a lane.
And he gets inside the 30-yard line, and he makes something out of nothing, and he picks up about 3 or 4 yards.
Holmes comes back in. Cummins comes out.
So you got Elliott at the bottom of your screen, and up at the top of your screen, you've got Cam Thomas.
And Bryson Val.
Yep. Is Bryson in there?
Yep. He's at the slot.
Is he 14 or is he 7?
14.
Gotcha. Watch for him.
All out blitz. Stone keeps it right up the middle. He's going to be gone.
He's going to take it to the house. Inside the 5.
Oh, they caught him.
Nice looking move there by Hatmaker. He finds a crease and takes it.
Yeah, he felt the pressure. Instead of making that pitch, he kept it, cut it right back up the middle of the offensive line. And able to pick up about, what, 15, 17 yards?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe more than that.
Look for them to hand it off to Holmes here.
Do they have Cummins in the game?
No. There he goes to the outside. Wait for the hands. Touchdown, Mavericks. Is that 3 touchdowns on the night for Holmes now?
I know it's 2.
I think he's had 3. I think that puts him at 10 for the year so far. So Anderson County's picking up a lot of big chunks in the air and a few on the ground, but Holmes is the one finding the end zone so far tonight, as Anderson County extends that lead out to 27-0, pending the extra point.
They're running big 72 on.
Probably taking the place of the other lineman that had to hit the showers early.
Judah Hayes.
And the kick is up and good. Your score with a little under 3:20 left to go here in the first half. Anderson County 28, Jeffco 0. Anderson County has extended that lead out.
Another positive about Anderson County scoring is we get to see the dog again.
Oh, yeah, after the kickoff.
Yeah. I mean, Holmes has had a 3-touchdown game. He's going to have some competition for that player of the game, but I would still say the dog is
we need to find out the dog's name.
I'm hoping it's like
Sadie.
Fido.
Dog.
Special team.
Sweet tea.
There you go. I like that one. It's probably something like Dolly. If you're watching us on Facebook and you know the name of the dog that retrieves the tea, please let us know.
We'd love to know the name of the dog because it has been fun to watch tonight. So Bethel getting ready to kick the ball off. Ball goes deep. Jay Downs in the end zone.
Yep.
And there goes the dog. Overran it.
He had a fumble. Fumble on the play.
He recovers it, though, and takes it the distance. Good play, dog.
I just want to know whose dog it is. Look, is it a team dog?
Is that?
Or Lance
yeah, I thought that was
Freeman's
Lance
dog.
down there holding the dog.
That's what. Well, he duck hunts a lot.
That makes sense.
He duck hunts a lot, so his. All right.
Quarterback keeps it.
He's still fighting for some yards. Picked up the first down.
Nice looking run there by Adkins from the Patriots. He's like, all right, guys, if you're not going to do it, I'll do it myself. And he just tucks the ball and runs it.
I'm going to try to find the dog on Lance's Facebook.
So Adkins in the shotgun formation. He keeps it once again. He's stood up. This time he's slung down. Looks like by Hatmaker. Or not by Hatmaker, but Gavin No, number 25. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Patriots. About 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first half before your halftime show presented by, underwritten by Meadowview Senior Living.
Underwritten.
Oh, sorry, you are correct again.
Wait, say that again.
Deep pass. Cam Thomas stops. Cam Thomas with the interception inside the 30-yard line. And that's going to be 1st and 10 Mavericks from about the 28. The wide receiver kept going out wider. Cam stepped inside the lane, and the ball just fell right into his hands. Jared, 2:08 left to go. Does Anderson County take a shot deep here, or do they just try to run some?
Oh, I say they give it to Holmes or 2 or 3 different backs a couple of times and just get to the half.
And once again, the halftime show by both the marching Jefferson County Patriots and the marching Maverick Band will be shown in its entirety following this first half action. Godwin Miller puts his foot in the ground, cuts it back up. Jared, he picks up about 6 yards or so on that. Nice looking run there by the Mavericks.
Yeah, Godwin Miller's a little shiftier back. Not quite the workhorse Holmes is, but getting some valuable time here as he takes the handoff again. It's a reverse. It's a reverse. It's coming back this way.
Thomas makes the first guy miss. He cuts back inside, Jared. He picks up the first down.
And then he was tackled by his own guy.
But he picked up the first down.
He did pick up the first down, but it looks like he was taken down by Stone Cummins.
Stone bumped him from behind and unintentionally.
Yeah.
I would hope so, as he came in trying to help out and block some.
I wish I had a GIF of it.
A little out route to Austin Elliott. He picks it up. He gets out of bounds.
That's going to be enough for a first.
And that's going to stop the clock. Mavericks getting the call from the sideline once again. Out route to Elliott again, Jared, and it's right there. They're moving
going to have
the ball.
to play him tighter than that, or they'll march down the field.
Just outside the 30-yard line now. They're within field goal range for Bethel.
Just about, yeah.
I mean, it would be about a 50-yarder right now, and I've seen him kick. That maker rolls. He's got a wide receiver wide open, catches at the 5.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Mavericks. And guess who it is, Jared?
Thomas.
Number 17 for the Mavericks, Brandon Seidner. Guy that caught that sideline pass that you called earlier.
Yeah, Seidner ran a good route. It looked like there was a little miscommunication in the secondary for Jefferson County. A safety did not come over. There looked like they were playing some sort of zone, trying to watch for those out routes, and he found the end zone. So good touchdown.
And Bethel's kick is up, and it is good. And Jared, with 1:11 left to go here in the half, Anderson County opens it up 35-0. Jared, Anderson County came to play tonight. Offensively, defensively, no mistakes on special teams. They've done exactly what they're supposed to, and it's been a great game for the Mavericks so far tonight.
You know, this coaching crew that Coach Gillum has here, they've been together for quite some time now. You know, that's you know, such a great thing for them to be able to stick together for such a long time. And there's really only one coach that's still here from my time here, Coach Cherry. He's the athletics director, and he works with special teams. He's still here from my time there. We got some fans in the stands enjoying the camera.
Got the cheerleaders there.
Shot of the cheerleaders. Stuff. And don't forget, stay tuned for halftime. The Meadowview halftime show, I guess, we'll be covering the bands in their entirety.
And the kick is up. Jay Down's probably going to make the end zone. Heck, that one almost went out the back of the end zone. Nice looking kick once again by Bethel. And there's the retriever getting the tee once again. So much fun to watch that.
Look at him, he's even got the jersey.
He's even got the little Anderson County jersey.
Number 1 in your programs and number 1 in your hearts.
Handoff to number 7. Houston.
Jeffco runs it, stays in bounds.
By number 12.
Under a minute left to go here. Jared, wrap up the first half real quick before we send it off to do the halftime.
Well,
shows.
I mean, if you've been watching, it's been all Mavericks. They've been able to score. You know, pretty much. They've only punted once, if I'm correct. If I remember correctly, they've only punted once. They've had great field position. Defense has really been able to slow things down. Jeffco's taken a lot of shots deep, and probably a lot more than they probably should. The quarterbacks and the receivers for Jefferson County haven't really been communicating well. I feel like that they've been underthrown most of the night on those deep balls. So, they'll both go to the locker room, make some adjustments, and we might get to see some of these young guys come out for Anderson County in the second half.
Anderson County puts up 5 touchdowns here in the first half, and they lead Jeffco 35-0. And Jared, as we wind down, as we get ready for this halftime show, we will give you.
Deep.
He
He's
does
got
throw
a receiver,
it deep, and
he dropped it.
And that is incomplete. And that's going to stop the clock with 5.3 seconds left to go here in the half. But Jared, as we get ready for this Meadowview halftime show, as soon as halftime starts, Jared and I are going to step away through the performances of both bands. And then we'll come back and we'll have some halftime statistics provided by the stats crew here at Anderson County. They do a great job every time we're here. They give us the team stats for the year. We get the individual stats and team stats for each game. So we really appreciate all the hard work that they do and sharing that work with us. And that's going to be another sack for the Mavericks, and that ends the first half. And there's a penalty. And if that's on Jeffco, Anderson County will decline it.
Let's go to halftime. That's what I think the Mavericks are thinking. See if they wave it off.
Maybe it was a hold. I'm not sure what it was for. They're having a long discussion about it. Teams have not started making their way to the locker room yet.
That sack by Jacob Total McCall was for 17 yards, but we have a penalty marker on the play, so we'll have one more play in the half.
So it's going to be a personal foul on the Mavericks.
So they'll have one untimed down. Oh my gosh!
You can't stop the half on a defensive penalty.
Yep.
So they have one more play here. And he's going to be brought down right around the 40-yard line, and that's finally going to take us till halftime. Jared, your halftime score, Anderson County 35, the visiting Jefferson County Patriots 0.
Bear with us as we get ready for the Meadowview halftime
We've got
show.
Looks like parts of a barn that Jefferson County is bringing out on the field.
It looks like the fence.
Looks like they're going to have an exciting halftime show as they get ready to do that. So as they get set, as we get ready to and once again, welcome to the halftime show here at Anderson County Stadium. Halftime is being underwritten by Meadowview Senior Living. Located in Acuff Lane, 111 Acuff Lane, Clinton, Tennessee, Meadowview Senior Living. And once again, a huge shout out to Meadowview for underwriting all of our halftime shows this year. Jared and I will step away and we will be back for more live football action and commentary following the halftime shows by both Jefferson County and Anderson County, and we'll be right back.
This season's performance will bring us home to an Appalachian harvest featuring the music of Aaron Copeland. Tonight we begin with spring preparations, continue with Movement 1, planting, transition to the growing season, featuring the folk song Shenandoah, and end with a harvest hoedown. Drum majors, Is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Jefferson County High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the Jefferson County Patriots High School Marching Band. And now, the 2019 Anderson County High School Marching Band, the sound of the herd. The Anderson County Band is under the field direction of drum majors Abby Charles and Faith Minerick. Band captain for 2019 is Ian Campbell. Band co-captain is Carrot Godfrey. Brass officers are Cole Fritz and Gabe Watson. Woodwind officers are Louisa Walden and Michael Taylor. The drum captain is Brady Hackler. The flag captains are Haley Calvert and Emily Hembry. Flag co-captain is Elizabeth Hammock. This year, the Anderson County High School Band halftime show features the music of Elton John. Music for tonight's performance includes Funeral for a Friend, Love Lies Bleeding, Your Song, and Saturday Night All Right. Tonight's soloist is Carrot Godfrey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the best band in the land, the Anderson County High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for the best band in the land, your Anderson County High School marching band. At this time, we'd like to thank Burger King and Speedway for supporting the Mavericks at all of our home games. Also, we'd like to announce La Sierra is staying open late after the game. Go visit La Sierra.
We got stats.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, we would like to thank Meadowview Senior Living for underwriting our halftime show this evening. Meadowview Senior Living, 111 Acuff Lane, Clinton, Tennessee. Meadowview Senior Living.
Lee, it's good to see both of those band programs do what they do, and they're in full uniform tonight. I think that's the first. Is that the first game we've done where the band's been in full uniform?
I believe so.
And we're at the end of September. How crazy is that?
Because of the 90-degree weather we've had up until now.
I know. At kickoff, the temperature was 85 degrees. Wind was clear. Weather was hot.
Oh, I think that's the official term for it. But just some quick scores. Well, not scores, but for stats and everything here at Anderson County. The scoring drives, Anderson County had 5 of them there in the first half. First one was capped off at 5:31 left in the first quarter. T.J. Holmes, an 8-yard run by Daniel Bethel. And then we've got the Elite 100 out there on the field. A lot of the band members going out there because everybody knows the band members are, the leaders of the school, in my opinion anyway. And then at 3:23 left to go, a little more than 2 minutes later, Bryson Vowell caught a 57-yard touchdown pass by Stone Hatmaker. Bethel added on the extra point, and that is going to be made the score 14-0. In the second quarter, 8:03 left to go, T.J. Holmes had a 6-yard touchdown run. At 3:19 left to go, T.J. Holmes had a 2-yard touchdown run, giving him 3 for the night. And then with 1:11 left to go in the first half, Brandon Seidner caught a 32-yard touchdown pass from Stone Hatmaker, and that gives you our score right now, 35-0, Anderson County. In the first half, Stone Hatmaker was 9 of 12, very efficient, averaging 23.7 yards per completion and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 17.8 per attempt, so that was an incredible stat right there. Anytime you're 10-plus over per attempt, you're having a good night. Rushing yards, Anderson County had 96 rushing yards to Jefferson County's 25. And then net passing yards, Jefferson County only had 19. Anderson County had 213. Total offensive yards for the first half, Anderson County 309, Jefferson County 44. Rushing for the Mavericks, Holmes was 9 for 47 yards, a total of 47 with 3 touchdowns, averaged 5.2 yards per carry. Stone had a nice scramble there on a busted play, or it may have been drawn up, I'm not sure, but he has 2 rushes for 26 yards, 10.5 yards per play. And then Josh Miller has 4 rushes for 18 yards, and Cam Thomas 2 for 10. For the Jefferson County, a big number of their rushing yards is the net loss yards by Tanner Adkins, who was sacked a couple times there towards the end of the first half, and he went for minus 11 for the game. He actually had a nice little run there of 14 yards earlier. Aiden Houston does lead Jefferson County for 12 rushes for 39 yards, 2.9 per average. And receiving, Austin Elliott 4 catches, Seidner with 2 catches and 1 touch. Bryson Vowell, 1 catch for 57 yards and a touch. It seems like every time he touches the ball and catches the ball, he's in the end zone. Just great first half there by Anderson County. Just a complete domination there. Tackles for Anderson County. The leading tackler is going to be Gavin Noe with 3 solo tackles, followed by Russell Lindsay with 2 solos, 1 assist, and Lindsay had a sack. So for the sacks, Lindsay had 1, Tanner Goins had 1 for no gain. Number 27 for the Mavericks, which I don't have a name there, he had 1 for a loss of 13 yards. Mason Field had a sack, and then Cummins had a sack, as well as Jacob McCall. So just overall, just a fantastic first half there by the Mavericks. Jared, with a 35-0 score here starting the second half, once this ball is kicked off, we will have a running clock here in the second half, as Anderson County does have a 35-point lead starting the third quarter.
If Jeffco is to score, though, it will go back to a regular clock. So I do have some scores of interest here. I'll be trying to fill you in throughout the third quarter on some halftime scores.
Short kick by Jefferson County, and Jared, that's going to be returned by the Mavericks.
Good block. He's got a block.
And he's got the angle. He steps out of bounds there. Austin Elliott does. Or they didn't call him stepping out of bounds, so he gets tackled inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I think he picked up about 8 or 10 extra yards. But it looked like he stepped out of bounds.
But that's going to be 1st and 10 Mavericks from the 27-yard line, 28-yard line.
So I'll report a score for our friend over here running the camera switcher. Harriman is trailing Rockwood 0-9.
9?
Yeah, at halftime. 3 field goals. Field goals.
So Hatmaker in the shotgun formation. He's rolling to the right. He's looking to Cam Thomas. Overthrows Cam Thomas just a bit high. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Mavericks.
Let's see here. Catholic leads 35-6 in their matchup. Catholic Caden Martin, I think, is made his first start tonight. He's a big-time baseball player, and he came to Catholic last December or so, and so he made his first start tonight. Looks like it's going well for him. Oak Ridge leads Clinton.
And pass to Elliott. Touchdown, Mavericks. He catches it just inside the pylon, and that extends the lead out 41-0, Anderson County.
So it looks like Oak Ridge leads Clinton 20-0. That would definitely be a score of interest.
As Bethel comes out to attempt the extra point.
South Doyle leads Carter 28-0.
That's going to be movement on the Anderson County line. They're going to have to back up 5 yards. I don't think that's going to be a problem with Bethel's leg, as he kicked that one almost to the cars that are parked on the other side of the track.
So Knox Central Tennessee is playing Knox Central Kentucky, and they're leading 36-0.
I bet Knox Central wins that one.
Oh, thank you. We have the retriever's name. Ella is her name.
Ella's done a great job tonight.
She's a real beauty. Campbell County is up on Carnes 13-0. Maryville leads Farragut 21-7.
So Anderson County getting ready to kick off here. And we'll get to see little Ella in action.
That's all the scores of interest I can find at this time. We'll try to keep you up to date as the evening unfolds.
So here comes Bethel to kick off once again. And the kick goes deep, and that's once again going to be into the end zone, out the back of the end zone. And there goes Ella.
Good shot there of Ella. Her handler, Lance Freeman, brother of assistant principal Freeman.
Travis.
Yep.
So here come the Patriots with their first possession of the second half. Handoff is inside, and he's going to be stopped there. Taken down, looks like No with another tackle. No coming up from that linebacker position, Jared, has made a lot of really great tackles tonight. I think that's 4 solo that he's made. Patriots line up once again, and the shotgun drops back to pass. And he has a receiver open. He makes the first guy miss. Elliott's trying to catch him from behind and is able to trip him up right around the 50-yard line. Big play there by the Patriots.
Yeah, that was the biggest play of the night.
And it's going to be first down, Jeffco.
Do they have a new quarterback in, or is that the same guy?
Number 3, that's the same guy.
Okay.
That's still Adkins.
So 5-Star Preps is reporting Caden Martin, 7 of 10 passing, 231 and 3 touchdown in the first half.
Pretty good first half. Here comes Jeffco once again with the run right up the middle. Jared, another big play there. He breaks off a gain of about 24 yards. And that Anderson County defense with a 42-point lead looks like they've backed off a little bit. It's going to be first and 10 from the 26. Drops back to the pass. He's looking for a receiver, and he's going to be harassed in the backfield. He gets out, picks up some yards, Jared. He makes a cut, and he is going to be caught and dropped inside the 15-yard line. Another first down by the Patriots.
Yeah, he was taken down that time by number 6 for the Mavericks.
Sorry, lots of paper here.
Yeah, I'm losing
That's Austin
my
Elliott.
roster here. Yeah, that's Elliott. I almost called him Seidner.
I think Seidner's 17.
He is. But for some reason, that's the one that came to mind.
Patriots in the shotgun formation. Rolls out to the right, looking for a receiver. Finds one short pass. May have gotten back to the original line of
Seidner
scrimmage.
with the tackle.
You're just one play ahead.
That's right. One thing that they've been able to do, I think, reasonably well tonight is they've played, sideline to sideline fairly well. They've had a couple of plays to the outside, but
quarterback keeper, and he's still pushing forward. Jared, he may have picked up another first down. That might be first and goal for the Patriots.
It is. It's a first down, and he's inside the 5-yard line.
Patriots playing with a sense of urgency here in the second half.
Yeah, with them knocking on the door of a touchdown. Let's see if Anderson County can make a good defensive stand here and hold them to 3.
Nice tackle there by the Mavericks.
Brings up 2nd and 6.
Looks like No once again
Second
steps
goal.
up there.
2nd and goal from the 6-yard line.
From my angle, I'm having a hard time seeing the live action. There we go. Once again, shotgun formation. Quarterback runs to the outside with a little pitch, and he's going to be taken down inside the 5. He may have picked up a couple yards there, Jay. Let's see where they mark him down.
Seidner with the tackle.
Looks like they're going to have him right around the 3 or the 4-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 3.
It'll be 3rd and goal.
What do you think? 4-down situation here for the Patriots?
Oh, yeah. Down 42-0. You got to go for the end zone. I mean, you got to give yourself a chance.
It's going to be encroachment on the offense. It's going to be half the distance to the goal. So it's going to be 3rd down from about the 1.5-yard line.
And, you know, this is something we see too often nowadays. You know, they're running from the shotgun. I think it's going to work out for him here. He's going to score. He is going to score, but, you know, I hate that they're on the 1-yard line, 1.5-yard line, and they're in the shotgun. I mean,
looks like the Patriots are going to go for 2 here.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I don't get that.
What, the shotgun?
The shotgun from the 1-yard line.
42-6 now for the Mavericks. Patriots but they're still in a running clock situation. They got to get it under 35 points.
Number 14 to hold. Bad snap.
You can't advance it on a fumble on a extra point in high school.
Snap was a little high. Should have been caught, in my opinion. Anderson County is able to come up with a stop there on the extra point.
So 4:12 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, it is going to be a quicker game here in the 2nd half due to that running clock. Your score, Anderson County 42, Jefferson County Patriots 6. This is going to be the 2nd time that Jefferson County has kicked off tonight. See if the Patriots go for that short kick again.
Looks like UT's head coach is over at Whitehaven versus Cordova tonight.
Elliott gets the ball inside the 15. He's trying to make a return coming across the field. Caught up. Tackled there by number 19 for the Patriots, Colin Young. So it looks like Anderson County has changed quarterbacks here in the 2nd half. Hatmaker's night looks to be done.
He's had a big night. It's good to get some backup time in there, number 3.
Looks like Walker Martinez is going to go into the game. hands the ball off inside. Nice little run there by Anderson County. Gets out past the 35-yard line or 25-yard line, or maybe right to the 25-yard line.
Who carried that one? 15.
Looks like number 15 for the Mavericks.
Terry.
Garrison Terry.
Nope, that's 16.
Oh, I'm sorry, 16. Eli Davis.
I think he's a freshman.
Another handoff. He gets back to about the 35-yard line.
Handoff to Davis. It'll be third down.
Looks like Jefferson County still has their starters in there as they look to try to cut into this lead. Two minutes left to go here in the third quarter.
Clock continues to run. Good pass.
Walker with a nice pass. Anderson County gets out to about the 40-yard line.
I believe that was Thor Williams on the catch.
39. Nice catch there by Thor.
You see him pretty readily on defense, but not on offense so much. But he's getting some time on the offensive side of the ball. Thor's one of the safeties. Man, looks like it's standing room only at Halls versus Powell tonight.
Runner gets to the outside. There's a flag that comes in.
Another flag.
Could be a late hit on that second one. Looks like a hold on the first one, possibly.
Holding Anderson County, 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
See what the official call is. It is going to be a holding on Anderson County. So it's going to be about 1st and 16 or 17 for the Mavericks.
I like seeing these young guys get some time. Fumble. He cuts it up. He's still going to be dropped for a big loss.
And that's going to take us to end of the third quarter. Jared into 3, Anderson County 42, Jeffco 6. Let's flip the field, and it didn't take very long for that third quarter. That running clock. What?
Good shot there of the offense. Got some young guys in the game. Getting them some playing time. It's always good, you know, you spend a lot of time out here all week long prepping and getting your starters ready, but it's good to see some of these young guys getting some playing time.
So, Jared, you got all your youth out there right now, and you've got a 2nd and 36. You just try to run it and not lose any more yardage and then punt the ball?
Yes.
Thank you.
I was looking at the score update for Clinton. Clinton has scored on Oak Ridge. It's now 20-7 with 4:17. Well, it's probably the end of the third quarter now. But Oak Ridge is still leading 20-7. But Oak Ridge had a good opening drive there for the in the second half. Lee, it's your Sweet Caroline song.
That's right.
It looks like some of the fans have decided it's a night. They're going to call it tonight. They're heading out.
Walker gets
Screen
the pass
pass
off, and they've got. Oh, there's going to be. Could be a late hit on the quarterback.
That'll give them a first down.
Automatic.
You know, that's got to be a frustrating thing for a head coach.
The clock never started on that one, on that play.
Wow, Lenore City trails Greenback 48-0.
Woo!
Campbell County's up 20-7 over Carnes.
So that's going to be a personal foul, roughing the quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Mavericks. And that's going to give that Anderson County 5 more yards. So it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Mavericks. So it went from 2nd and 36 to 1st and 5 real quick for the Mavericks here in the
all because of penalties. Swing pass.
Gets out to about the 50-yard line. He's going to be about a yard short of a first. And there goes a personal foul. I think that's going to be on number 25. He's been doing that stuff for a while now, and I think this is the first time he's been flagged for it. That could be another 15-yarder on, and then another 15-yarder on top of it.
Now there's another flag.
Jared, that 2 15-yarders could move Anderson County down to about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, at this point, some of these starters for Jefferson County are being more of a detriment to their team than a help, and it might be time for them to come out for the night with 9:46 to go. Because all they're doing is eating up.
And then there's the second 15-yarder.
Because all they're doing is eating up clock, and so it's going to make this night real quick as we're 9:36 left to go in this game. That clock continues to run.
Jefferson County's coach better be careful. He's getting kind of animated over there. Looks like it's going to be a timeout, official timeout. As they go over to explain everything to the referee. The referee explains it to Spencer Riley what's going on. So it could be that number one may have said a magic word to the as he walked over to explain to his guy why he got the personal foul, and that's what the extra 15 yards was for. So now it's 1st and 10 from the Mavericks for the 20. 3 3 15-yard personal foul penalties on the Patriots this drive.
Yeah, Lee, I don't see either one of those players still in the game unless I'm just missing them.
25 was a linebacker, and number 1 was the safety. Looks like 14 is back there at safety, and another guy is in at that linebacker spot. Time continues to tick down. 9 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Number 23 could have been called for another one right there. So Walker in the shotgun formation, 3rd and long. Try to get a screen pass.
Yeah, he's down on his knee.
He just threw a punch at him.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I did.
I was watching our screen here. It wasn't on our screen.
Let me see if we got it on. Let me pull up our Facebook, see if I can rewind it just a little bit.
I don't think you can do that while it's live. So 4th down and long, Anderson County just sends the offense back out there. Again, trying one of those little slip screen passes. It's incomplete. And Jefferson County will take over right there. 1st and 10 for Jefferson County from the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. Yeah, the coach could have run the kicker on. He is legged from that distance, but you know, you're up 42-6, and you know, it's not like pouring salt into a wound, you know. It's good giving his guys an extra offensive play.
Lots of young guys in on offense or on defense now for the Mavericks as well. Adkins drops back, throws it deep, throws it over his wide receiver's head. Second down and 10.
So it looks like we got 71 in there for the Mavericks. Bull Shipley.
You just wanted to say that name again.
15, let's see here, 32's in
78.
there.
Jake Wilson.
Devin No. 15. Terry in at the corner.
Number 4 is in at corner as well. Is that Thor?
That's Thor. But, I mean, they could have another 4 that's not listed here.
I mean, Thor's only a sophomore, so it's possible they kept him out there for some continuity.
Yeah, they got a
32 in there. Did you say 32?
Yes, I believe so.
Devin, no? Okay.
Yeah.
5 minutes left to go, or a little over 6 minutes.
It's a long pass. from that sideline. I didn't like that play call there for Jeffco. That's a tough
Fourth
play.
and 10 or 4th and 8 or so for the Patriots.
Deep for the Mavericks, number 14, foul.
But they're not in the punt formation.
But it doesn't look like they're kicking.
5:37 to go here in 27. I'm sorry, to go here in the fourth quarter.
Takes a long shot. He's got a wide receiver wide open.
Caught him.
Chased down, saved a touchdown by number 15, Garrison Terry.
That's a pretty pass. It's probably going to be a day late and a dollar short, but if they score here and go for 2 and get that,
it would still be at 35.
Yeah, that's true. No, it's not. It's 28.
That's true.
We math well here on ACTV.
Well, I did go to Anderson County. Steps up in the pocket, makes another guy miss.
He spin move.
Picks up another first down.
Was that a flag that came in there late?
I didn't see one.
I think there's a flag. Yep, there's a flag.
What's it? See what it's for.
Late hit, maybe? That's what I'm calling.
He hit him too hard.
It's like a Derek Barnett play everybody went nuts about this week. The whistle's blown. He's got free game to hit him.
As a face mask. Half the distance. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Patriots from the 4. Throws it deep on a fade. No flag, incomplete. 2nd down and 4 with 3.5 minutes left to go.
Yeah, if I were, I mean, there's a running clock. Those incomplete passes just make it longer for them to get back to the line. I'd be trying to punch it in here on the ground.
Maybe a draw with the quarterback. He's been able to run better than pretty much anybody else for the Patriots tonight. That could be a hold. He only tackled him.
Touchdown.
Touchdown Patriots, and that's going to bring the clock back to a regular clock. So now it's a 30-point lead for the Mavericks, 42-12.
With 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Patriots are once again going for a 2-point conversion.
We have a final. South Doyle beat Carter 42-0.
Quarterback gets away from the sack, throws it up.
2-point conversion's good.
Quarterback stepped up and just kind of flipped that one up in the air, and it's only where his guy could get it.
Union County has beat Northview 28-14. Former head coach here at Anderson County, Larry Kerr's leading the Union County Patriots as well. They are the Patriots. Powell is up on Halls 42-0.
That was actually a battle of 5-0 teams. I see which one's better. The same one that beat Anderson County and Greenville this year. I tell you what, Jared, Powell has a chance to be a very special team
they
this
got
year.
They got an outstanding running back, and I think they got a few guys that have some D1 prospects, right?
I'm not sure about that. All I know is they've got a heck of a team and they're playing together. And shout out to the Panthers of Powell out there, and they're really doing their thing this year, keeping that undefeated streak. I think they're 6-0 now, so great job for them. And they are the one blemish on the Anderson County record this year. Anderson County looking to move to 5-1 on the season, and Jefferson County looking to drop to 3-3 at this point. And it is going to be an onside kick. fallen on by the Mavericks. It didn't get a very good bounce for an onside, and then Anderson County will take over at the 46-yard line.
That will be no.
We are back to the regular running clock, Jared. I would say we have about 3 minutes left to go in the game.
Let's see here. Coach has elected to keep his young guys out there.
Might as well. It's still a 4-score game.
Yeah.
Don't forget next week to support the Mavericks, 7:30 game time. Here at home at the Bowling where Easter is.
Look for Anderson County just to run the ball and get the clock running. Taken down at around the 40-yard line. Loss of about 6 yards.
I don't think Jefferson County has used any timeouts yet.
I doubt they would at this point. I mean, if you're talking at a 2-score game, maybe even a 3-score game, but when you're already at a 4-score game, there's no point.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to keep fighting. I mean, competitive nature.
I don't think the starters on offense have played at all this half, have they?
Yes, they played the first drive.
I thought Walker came in right at the beginning.
No, he, if I'm not mistaken, they scored on that first drive.
Delay a game?
They scored on that first drive, that opening drive, to put them up 42-0. And then I think since then it has been, you know, some backups. Yeah. High snap. He's able to get the pass away. It's kind of thrown at the feet, though.
Stops the clock.
Brings up 3rd down.
A little smoke on the water.
It's like the first song you learned playing guitar.
I think it's the first song on one of the Guitar Heroes as well. Oh, and he had him.
That could have been a big gain.
It's going to be 4th and 21. That's going to bring out the punt team.
That was Tate Russell. He's listed here as 5'10", 160. He's a 9th grade quarterback playing wide receiver.
He had it right there, Jade. If he had that, that was going to be a big pickup for the Mavericks. He may have been able to pick up the first down. It was a good-looking throw. And the kick is away. Good-looking punt. Takes an Anderson County bounce. Still rolling. Inside the 20. Jay, that was a nice-looking punt there.
Not bad.
That's how you flip the field.
So Jeff Cole will take over from the 18-yard line with 1:35 to go.
I think you can see the size difference. As you can see, Jefferson County trotted their starters back out onto the field, and Anderson County has not.
No, but they've got some big boys going in. Thank you guys for sticking with us tonight, watching this football game. We've been excited to bring you another live football action here in the fall. He's got
his wide receiver deep. Oh.
Threw it short again. Like I said, thank you for tuning in with us. We have one more game on our schedule for this football season. We will bring you the November 1st game at Clinton, and excited to bring you that.
2nd down and 10 for the Patriots. Jared, as we wind down here, your thoughts on player of the game?
Well, early on it was Ella the dog, but I think you probably got to give it to Holmes or to Stone.
I mean, Holmes had, 3 rushing touchdowns, but they wouldn't have been there without Stone's play from the quarterback position. His scrambling set up one of them. His passing set up the others. He had 2 touchdown passes. So my vote, and, the one that matters, my vote, I'm just playing, man. My vote tonight and the player of the game for the Mavericks is going to go to Stone Hatmaker. Great game for Hatmaker. Ball's thrown way up in the air, just over the head of the wide receiver. It's going to bring down 4th and long. So congratulations to Stone Hatmaker. Stone, with the player of the game and $1.08, you can pick up $1 hamburger from McDonald's.
if you have that in your pocket.
Yeah. That's how much our player of the game is worth. No, I'm just joking. But congratulations to Stone. Great night. He got to watch most of the second half from the sideline as Anderson County had Brooke come out to a comfortable lead. And congratulations to him. Congratulations to this team, how hard they've worked this week. And Jared, now they just move on to the next week. Next week they do have a visiting East Ridge High School. East Ridge is from the area where I live down there in Chattanooga. And the East Ridge Pioneers come in here to Anderson County next week. And your thoughts early on the game?
For next week?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in this division, Anderson County is pretty dominant in this region, this district. Powell is pretty tough this year. Greenville has been a power in this region for quite some time, but it looks like they've fallen off a little bit. So I look for, other than that, I look for Anderson County continue their win streak as the East Ridge comes to town next week. So.
And Anderson County's taking a knee, and that is going to bring us to the end of the game. Great job, coaches, as they walk behind us here. Jared, final thoughts on the game? Anything else?
No, great game. I think it was a complete game. I was pretty. I didn't see a whole lot of mistakes. There wasn't a lot of fumbles. I don't think there was an interception thrown. I think overall it was a great football game played by the Mavericks. Complete game, and you got to be pleased with that.
Absolutely. And once again, we'd like to thank Meadowview Senior Living for underwriting our halftime show. Great job by both bands tonight, Jefferson County and Anderson County, with their shows. And thank you once again to all the camera people, especially Marcus and Henry for the cable cam. Thanks for Andy and Ryan for running point on direction and producing. Thank you to everybody in the county government, everybody at the Anderson County schools, everybody with that, Dr.
Clinton
Parrott,
City,
Clinton City, all the county commissioners, and
big shout out to Xfinity and those that help us with the station,
everybody that carries it. So thank you all so much for watching tonight. Once again, your final score: Anderson County 42, Jefferson County Patriots 14. And just stay tuned to ACTV all week for all the great programming, the replays of this game. Thank you all for watching, and good night, everybody.
Education.